All right. So now we're going to look at non-monic quadratics. So let's write a little heading. Factorizing non-monic quadratics. And the reason why these are called non-monics is because the number in the front is no longer a 1. It's not 1x squared, it's 2x squared, 4x squared, 5x squared, 3x squared, so it's non-monic because the number in the front, just this first number, is no longer a 1. Whereas all these questions we just did up here, they all were ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So these are all called monic, mono, and ones we're doing right now are non-monic. So factorizing non-monic quadratics. So let's have a look at question 1.
Sam?
Yes.
Oh, how come they're called quadratics?
Good point. Instead of, what's another word you would think they should be called?
Trinomials.
They are also called trinomials. So, good point. He's thinking, why do you feel like it shouldn't be called a quadratic compared to a trinomial? What's the word?
Like quad means 4 and tri is 3.
Yeah. So that doesn't make sense. How can they be the same thing, yet tri means 3, tri, whereas quad means 4? How come they're called quadratics when there's only 3 of them? And then and then I go slash, sometimes they're also called trinomials because there's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. All right, good point. Let's go back up here. Let's expand this. So when we expand this, Darius, you know how to expand these? X times x, x times 5, 3 times x, 3 times 5, right?
Yeah.
What do you end up getting? X times x is
X squared.
X squared. X times 5.
5x.
Negative 3 times x.
Negative 3x.
And then negative 3 times 5.
Negative 15.
How many terms do you actually see?
4.
Yeah, so they're actually called quadratics because technically there's going to be 4 terms. But what actually happens when you simplify these two?
They become trinomials.
They become 3 terms, so they become a trinomial. 1, 2, 3. So technically the same thing. Now, very unlikely are you going to hear me ever say trinomials. Unlikely. Just because quadratics is a bit more universally used.
Yeah.
Trinomials, specifically these. Quadratics, everything that will expand to get you to 4 terms.
Okay.
So like parabolas and stuff like that will all be quadratics. So, all right, all good. Good question, but yeah, we're going to use quadratics. So non-monic quadratics. Okay, let's do this. Question 1. All right, 2 things that multiply to give me 2x squared. Well, 2x and x. Do we agree with that?
Yes.
2x squared, 2x and x. Then we draw our cross. Then what's 2 numbers that multiply to give me 3? Now, this is a thing though. Order is important. So if you say 1 and 3, that is actually different to 3 and 1. Whereas for the questions above that we were doing, for the monic questions, these ones, the order didn't matter. Like if you guys said 3 and 5, I was going to write it. If you had said 5 and 3, 5 and 3, I would have still written it, and it would have not made any difference here. Here, the order is important. So 1 and 3 is actually different to 3 and 1. Okay? Any questions? The order is important. All right, rubbing it out. Whoops. So what's two numbers that multiply to get me 3? Well, let's just choose 1 and 3. Right? 1 and 3. This is where this cross comes in handy. What number do you get when you multiply these two together? What number do you get? Just the number. Don't worry about the
6x.
letters. Don't
Oh,
worry about the letters so much.
Oh,
6. What number do you get when you multiply it the other way around?
X.
What number?
One.
Number.
1.
1. Then that's where we ask ourselves, would 6 and 1 get me a 5? Would 6 and 1 ever get me a 5 by adding or subtracting? You guys know that by adding or subtracting. So Yusuf, since you're looking
Yes.
at this, so you're saying yes, right?
X minus 1.
Then I usually say how. You said 6 minus 1. If that means, let's rub this out. Let's rub this out. 6. That means this was your 6. Sorry, this was your 6. This is your minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Let's pause for a second. Anybody not understand what I'm up to at this stage?
Oh, Sam?
Everything.
Sam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't you do this the other way around as well?
Yeah. Hold on. Darius, wait. It's because Darius, you've done this with me before and so on, so you know other things. Just hold on. Anybody else have any issues with this at this stage? No? Everyone's okay with this? All right, Yusuf, let's double check, right? Yusuf, what's 2x
Oh, yeah.
times x?
3, 2x squared.
2x squared, good, so tick to that. What's -1 times 3?
-3. So it has to be the other way.
So you were very close. Now, this only happens rarely. That's why I put it in as question 1. To show you guys, like 99% of the questions, this problem won't happen. But if it does, you've got to be careful to always double check. So as you're realizing, when I multiply these two together, I actually get a -3, whereas I needed a +3. So unfortunately, all this working out, and it's still wrong. And yes, that's where Darius was saying, shouldn't it actually be the other way around? So it should have looked like this, 3 and 1. Now, again, let's do the whole thing again, Yusuf.
Yeah.
What number do you get when you go diagonally?
2.
2. The other way?
3.
3. Would 2 and 3 ever get you a 5?
Yes.
How?
Adding them.
Add. Let's add them. And then what's +3 times +1?
3.
+3. What is 2 plus 3?
5.
5. Now you've got the answer. So the answer is actually 2x plus 3, x plus 1.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby. Make sense? Good. And then obviously, yeah, you write them horizontally, 2x plus 3, x plus 1. Have I confused anyone? We're going to do it a few times, but just saying. Aya, what do you think? You okay with this?
Yeah.
Yep. Question 2. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. All right, let's try this. What's two numbers that multiply to get me 3x squared? Well, that should be 3x and x. What's two numbers that multiply to get me 8? Sarah, give me two numbers that multiply to give me 8.
2 and 4.
So we'll try that. Then we cross multiply. So what's the number you get here? So 3 times 4 is 12. And then the number here would just be 2.
Yeah.
So we've got 12 and 2. Would 12 and 2 ever get you 10 by
No.
adding or subtracting? You reckon no?
Oh, yes, it would.
12 and 2 actually can get you a 10 by positive 12, negative 2. Right?
Yeah.
So that should be positive 12, negative 2. But you're so close. The same issue as the one on the top. What's negative 2 times positive 4? What's these two multiplied together? Negative 8. But that actually says positive 8. So again, unfortunately, not correct. And that's just how this works. You guys will get faster with it, I promise you. After about a week of this, you become really quick with them. But just at the beginning, it's slow to start. So 4 and 2, good guess, incorrect. So you know what you usually do? You swap them around. Because remember, order matters. So what number do you get now, Sarah? 6
6
and
4.
yeah. Would 6 and 4 ever get you a 10 by adding or subtracting?
Yes.
Yes. Specifically, adding both of them, and then now you're actually done. Because what's positive 4 times positive 2?
8.
Positive 8, and then that becomes 4. That's a 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. And then how do we write these? Exactly as we were writing them before. 3x plus 4, x plus 2. Good. Let's go again. Write it down. Oh, and by the way, the crossing out and everything, it's all part of your working out. It's okay. It's not actually mistakes. So you guys can have that part of your working out. Question 3. 3x squared plus 14 plus 8. 3x squared plus 14x plus 8. Okay, let's go again. What's two things that multiply to get me 3x squared? I would say 3x and x. Cross. Jono, what's two numbers that multiply to give me an 8?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. What number is this?
6. 6x. 8.
The x doesn't matter so much.
8.
6 and this way.
4.
4. Would 6 and 4 ever get you 14?
Yeah.
6 and 4 will give you a 14.
No.
How? No. I just told you before, don't take guesses. If you got to slow it down, slow it down. Cross. What do you do now? Swap them around.
Okay.
What number do you get now?
12
And
2.
would 12 and 2 ever get you a 14?
Yes.
How? You want positive 14.
14 plus 2.
No,
I mean 12 plus 2.
plus 2. So therefore, what's your answer?
Wait, sorry, what?
What's the answer that we're looking for?
14.
No.
3x
There we go.
plus 2.
3x plus 2.
Bracket.
Okay.
X plus 4.
That's it. That's just that that's our working out. The answer we're wanting is this. Jono, you know you got to do it again. So question 4. Let's try again. 2x squared plus x minus 3. 2x squared plus x minus 3. All right, Jono. 2x and x cross. All right, tell me.
1, 2.
1, no, multiply. Multiply.
Oh, 1
Two
and 3.
1 and 3. All right. Now, careful. What number is this when you multiply this way?
6.
6.
1.
Would 6 and 1 ever get you a 1 by adding or subtracting?
No.
Just so I know that you understand this, what numbers can you get from a 6 and a 1 by adding or subtracting?
5,
can
7.
5, 4. Good job. There we go. So definitely not, which means the order you chose was wrong. All
So
the numbers you
flip
chose
it
were wrong.
around.
So flip them around. 3 and a 1. What number does this give you?
2
2.
and 3.
Now, would that give you a 1?
Yes.
Yes. Again, just so I know, from a 2 and a 3, what numbers can you get?
1,
You get a 1 or
5.
good. Yes, we're back. All right. Now, I want a positive 1. I want a positive 1 from a 2 and a 3. How do I get into a positive 1?
Minus. Oh, no, minus plus.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I want a positive 1. Specifically from the numbers 2 and 3, which one should be a positive and which one should be a negative? If I've got a 2 and a 3.
3 positive, 2 negative.
Good. So where's your 3? That's your 3.
Yeah.
That's positive. That's your 2.
That's negative.
This guy's negative. Yes. Again, what's the answer now?
2x plus 3. X plus 1.
X
Oh,
minus.
minus 1.
And then, so it's weird because we're reading them diagonally, but we're actually writing them horizontally.
Yeah.
So make sure you don't get that mixed up. Good work. Question 5. Jono, one more just so I can make sure. 4x squared minus 11x minus 3. And probably for you, it's good. You know, I really get this. For now, I know how I've written all of these questions. So 4x squared, I know is just 4x and x.
Yeah.
But in the next exercise, 4x squared can also be broken down as 2x and 2x. And that's
Yep.
just going to be a little bit the next level of difficulty. But for now, let's keep it at that. All right, 3. What numbers multiplied to give you 3?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Would 12 and 1 give you an
Yes.
11? Yes. Now you want the how. How do I get negative 11 from a 12 and a 1?
12 is minus, 1 is positive.
See how I've never asked you, would 12 and a 1 get me a negative 11? I've always looked at the numbers. So when you guys are doing it, you only look at the numbers. If the answer is yes, then the last step is, how do I get to a negative 11? All right, Jonah? Well done. Let's check it anyways. What's 4x times x? 4x squared.
4x squared.
What's 1 times negative 3? That's negative 3. And then negative 12 plus 1, negative 11. Perfect. It is exactly correct. 4x plus 1, x minus 3. Well done, Jonah. Should I do any more for anyone? Well, does anyone want to do any more with me before you start on your own? You guys want to try it? Let's see. Question 6 to 10. Try these out. Question 6 to 10. Pause this.